Welcome back to Peak English. I'm Vince. Have you ever been in this situation? You're watching a Netflix movie. The character says a line. And it's just gone. You heard the sound, but your brain just buffers. Or you're trying to talk to a native speaker. You want to understand, but the sound is coming at you like a rainstorm. And you're just trying to catch single words. Yes. Okay. Sure. And you just get lost. You nod, you smile, and you pray they don't ask you a question. Sup, don't worry, you are not alone. And no, it's not because you are bad at English, and it's not because they are speaking too fast. The real problem is you are listening the wrong way. There is a secret, a technique that professional interpreters, the people who listen and speak at the same time, use every single day. Today, in this masterclass, I am sharing that secret. When you master this, you won't make English slow down. You will make your brain speed up. Ready? Let's play. The word-for-word trap. Why you're stuck. The first thing we must do is break one habit. This habit is the #1 enemy of listening fluency. The word-for-word translation trap. This is what happens in 99% of learners' brains. They hear a sentence like, "It's raining cats and dogs." Their Google Translate brain switches on and hears, "It's raining cats and dogs." The result? Total confusion. You understood every single word, but you missed 100% of the meaning. Here's the problem. Language is not made of individual puzzle pieces. It is a complete picture. When you try to translate word for word, you are staring at the puzzle pieces, and you are missing the entire picture. And this brings us to the first and most important secret. Secret #1. Listen for pictures, not words. Interpreters have no time to translate. They are trained to listen in chunks, groups of words, and instantly turn that chunk into an idea or a picture. Let's look at another example. At the end of the day. The word-for-word listener who gets stuck translates at the end of the day and freezes. The interpreter listener who succeeds hears that chunk and their brain just, a conclusion is coming. They didn't translate. They understood the intention. And now, let's play a game. Our first challenge. I will say an English chunk. I want you to see the picture in your mind. Do not translate. Ready? The chunk is, I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Okay, what did you see? If you pictured a person standing under a cloud, you fell into the word-for-word trap. But if you pictured a person in bed, or looking tired, or sniffling, congratulations. You just listened like an interpreter. Under the weather is one picture for sick. You must train your brain to listen for idea chunks, not single words. Secret #2. Listen for music, not letters. English is music. It has rhythm. It has stress. It has intonation. Notes that are sung loudly, and notes that are skipped. Take the word computer. A textbook might read computer. A native speaker says computer. The com and ter are swallowed, pu is stressed. This is why you can't keep up. You are expecting to hear 3 clear sounds, but you're only getting one main beat. Native speakers connect, swallow, and link sounds all the time. They don't say, "Did you eat yet?" 4 beats. They say, "Jeet yet," one beat. They don't say, "How are you today?" They say, "How you doing?" This is exactly why our shadowing challenge videos are so critical. When you shadow, you aren't practicing vocabulary. You are practicing the music. You are training your ear to feel the rhythm, not just hear the letters. Secret number 3. Listen to predict, not to react. This is the master level. Listening is not a job for your ears. It is a job for your brain. Your ears are just the microphone. Your brain is the processor. The best interpreters don't just listen, they predict. Think of it like a video game. If you wait to see the bullet before you dodge, you're already hit. A pro player understands the pattern of the enemy and knows the bullet is coming before it's even fired. Language is the same. It is full of patterns. When your brain gets used to the chunks and the music, it starts to predict what's coming next. When I hear "on the one hand," my brain instantly prepares for "on the other hand." When I hear "not only," my brain is already waiting for "but also." This is the moment. When your brain is one step ahead of the speaker, fast English suddenly feels slow. Your interpreter training plan. Okay, that's the theory, but how do we practice this? This is your 3-step training plan. Start today. Step 1. The paradox. Start with reading. I know, it sounds crazy. Vince, I want to listen. But reading is your flight simulator. It's where you learn the controls in a safe, quiet environment before you fly into the highway of a real conversation. Your 10-minute reading drill. Take a news article. Do not read word for word. Use your finger or a pen to force your eyes to move in chunks. Your goal is to understand the idea of the paragraph, not the definition of every word. You are building your mental map of patterns. Step 2. The musician. Diversify your accents. Stop listening to only Standard American or BBC English. That is not the real world. English is a global language. Your Accent a Week Challenge. This week, listen to one 15-minute podcast from an Australian host. Next week, an Indian host. Next, a Singaporean host. Your brain will hate it at first. Then it will adapt. You are training your ear to be flexible. Step 3. The interpreter. Active dictation. This is the heavy lifting workout. It's tough, but it's the most effective. Your 5-minute dictation drill. Take one sentence from a movie. Listen 3 times and write down exactly what you hear. You will be shocked. You won't miss the big words. Fantastic. Economy. You will miss the small ones. Of. A. You. It. Because they were connected and swallowed. The final exam. Live Interpreter Challenge. All right, you have the theory, you have the training plan. Now, it's time to play the game. This is our live interpreter challenge. I am going to play 3 audio clips of native speakers at full natural speed. Your job is to use the 3 secrets. Listen for the picture, the music, and the pattern. After each clip, I'll reveal the answer and we'll break it down. The casual connection ready? Listen. What you gonna do about it? What did you hear? It was fast. It sounded like one word. What you gonna do about it? This is a music challenge. What was written was, what are you going to do about it? 8 words. What was spoken was, What you gonna do about it? One chunk. The speaker swallowed R, U, 2, and A. If you were listening for letters, you missed it. If you were listening for the music, you caught the idea. Challenge. Clip 2. The idiom picture. This one is different. It tests secret. Ready? He was on the fence for a week, but at the end of the day, he just had to bite the bullet. What did you hear? Fence? Bullet? This is a picture challenge. Let's break down the chunks. Chunk 1. On the fence equals a picture of indecision stuck in the middle. Chunk 2. At the end of the day equals a picture of a conclusion, like we learned. Chunk 3. Bite the bullet equals a picture of making a hard, painful choice. The meaning is, he was undecided, but finally he made the difficult decision. I didn't need to translate a single word to understand that. Challenge Clip 3. The accent and prediction. One more. This one tests secrets number 2 and number 3. This is a different accent. Use a fast-talking, clear Scottish, Irish, or non-London British accent. It's not only that he's late, but he's also forgotten the tickets, hasn't he? Wow, that's a different kind of music, right? This is the Diversify Challenge. But did you also hear the pattern? Secret number 3. As soon as I heard, it's not only. My brain predicted, but he's also. This is the predictive skill of an interpreter. Because my brain was prepared for the pattern, the speed didn't matter. How did you do? Let me know in the comments. So, that is the secret. The 3 habits of an interpreter. You listen for chunks. You feel the rhythm. You predict the structure. When you do this, English doesn't get slower. Your brain gets faster. Your challenge. For the next week, I want you to find one 1-minute clip of a fast-talking native speaker. Your mission is to find one chunk that they connect or swallow. Comment that chunk below. Let's build a whole library of these real English phrases together. Thank you for joining this masterclass. Remember, don't just learn. Play, listen, decide, and learn. I'm Vince. I'll see you in the next challenge.